And now, please welcome CADCA's president and CEO, better known as GP. Ladies and gentlemen, General Barrye L. Price.
Good morning. Good morning. It's 2,300 of you here today. That's record numbers for us, and so it's so good to see everybody. Gonzalo Kadima, where's Gonzalo? Come to the stage, please, Gonzalo. I'm sorry, I should have said report. That's what we say in the Army. So everybody, today, come on over here, Gonzalo. Today is Gonzalo's 23rd birthday with some experience. So Gonzalo, we're gonna have some cake later, and we're gonna wish you happy birthday, and then you're gonna blow out the candles, okay? Yeah. So on three, we're gonna sing happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gonzalo. Happy birthday to you. Where's the CADCA staff? Can you please stand? All members of CADCA staff, please stand. I want you all to notice that they're all tripped out in CADCA polos. You know, eventually they'll all be the same color on the same day. That's that Army thing. But thank you all for the labor of love that's gone into producing this event. Please take your seats. We're CADCA trainers, both youth and adult trainers. Please stand. They make the magic happen for us every day. We can't do it without you, so we appreciate you all. We're the youth. I'm sorry, the youths. Youth, stand up, youth. Stand up. Stand up and be seen. Stand up, yeah. More than 400 youth are here with us this week to do some amazing training. So let me give you a little known fact about me, and staff, I really enjoyed the video and then the outtake of me being impressed with the directors. I don't know what you call that thing. Slate. The what? The slate. Thank you, Natalie. Very impressed with that. So a little known fact about me, on November 9th of 1989, I was on the interzonal border that separated East and West Germany. I was on the border on the day that freedom prevailed and the Iron Curtain fell and the Soviet bloc countries opened up to the West. I was assigned to a cavalry outfit that was responsible for guarding that interzonal border that separated the free world from the communist world. On that day, as freedom prevailed, nobody saw me on that border as an African American. Nobody saw me on that border as a Hoosier, as a person from Indiana. Nobody saw me on that border as a Garyite, a person from Gary, Indiana. Nobody saw me as an ordained deacon in the Baptist church, or as a Texan, or as a Houstonian, or as a soldier even. But they saw me as an American. Famed inventor Charles Kettering said, "Change. Everybody hates it, but it's the only thing that brings us progress." It was July of 2019, the last time we assembled at mid-year in Grapevine, Texas. Much has happened since then. So much has changed, but some things have remained the same, and some things have become even worse. Like how divided, polarized, and partisan we've become as a nation. It's not by accident that I wore a red and blue necktie today. It's not by accident. Let us endeavor to bridge the societal and political gaps as we can't climb out of this overdose death hole unless we find common ground and are working collaboratively towards tailored solutions for all of our communities. Overdose deaths have nearly doubled since the slight decrease we saw pre-COVID. We must employ all of our tools at our disposal to remedy this negative trend. CADCA is in a state of reinventing itself, to be more like you, our coalitions, to be in greater partnership with you, that is, to be in business with you, that we get a business opportunity, and by using this hub and spoke approach, that we will employ you to do work in your communities. We're about relationships, and we'll pay you for the services that you rendered, and so stay tuned. We're making you're becoming members of CADCA. That's my number one priority. Why? Membership is our superpower. Membership has the greatest influence and impact on Congress and on funding. And so I'm asking all of you to become members of CADCA if you're not. CADCA endeavors to be relevant to you and the issues that beset you. I pledge that we will continue to yield data-driven, evidence-based research in accordance with your needs. We're working with NIAAA on a practical theorist on underage drinking. We're working with NIDA on a practical theorist on methamphetamine. And we're working with the CDC on a practical theorist on fentanyl. And all three of these will be out by the fall. We're committed to truly reaching underserved populations. This week we have the first ever Native American boot camp. And we're just beginning to scratch the surface on missing and murdered indigenous people. And that should be it's going to take all of our efforts to be a part of that solution. And I would like to thank Pat Costello and our board member, Jeannie Hovland, for their tireless efforts to make this a reality this week. We are moving from an exclusive relationship in big P prevention, that is upstream solutions, abstinence, delaying first use, in favor of including some downstream little p remedies that are saving lives or sustaining lives. I will tell you a personal story. I asked my wife's a psychiatrist, and that's why I'm so emotionally balanced. But I asked my wife, because she was certified in medicated assisted treatment and with the DEA, and she allowed that to lapse. Wasn't in favor of fentanyl test strips, wasn't in favor of needle exchange programs. But then I asked the question, what if our 15-year-old son, William, had an issue with substance use disorder? She said, I would be all for it. I said, that should be your going in position, because those are our kids. Everybody has a chance, should have a chance, and we should afford them those chances through those remedies. And so we're moving in that direction. And I want to thank Jeff Cody for what we call a protracted war of beating me down and getting me to move. So Jeff, I thank you for your support in that. We have 21 countries represented this week. Please add those international sessions to your list of training sessions, as Eric Ciervo and his team are doing remarkable work internationally that might very well inform the work that you're doing domestically. We've relocated to a new space in Old Town, Alexandria. We have lots of new people. You saw lots of new faces on the video. We have made our board look more like our sectors. We even wear jeans and polo shirts to work now, believe that or not. And you'll see me in both for the remainder of this week. Formality for me ends today. I believe formality brings with it some distance, and I'm looking for more authentic relationships with each of you. And so that's absence of title and pretense. And so I'm GP or Barrye, not General Price. Finally, we've replicated several things from our virtual template. Hence, you'll hear from the U.S. Drug Czar today, the Assistant Secretary of SAMHSA, the Deputy Director of the CDC, from a coalition leader from Miami, and from one of our amazing youth from the state of Florida. So buckle up, hold on tight, as it's going to be a fast and wonderful week of training. Welcome again to midyear.